It's quite funny just watching the stamina just go up. My word. Anywho, let's just mark off all these things that it's harassing me about and we'll get started into Natlan. Wow, one whole thing. Go team. It's really sad. Artifact definition and extraction. Wait. Artifact definition. Consume sanctify. Ah, yeah, okay, the new feature. Got it. Oh.
First,
It's a gadget. I see.
into position like
Fair
this.
enough. So we have Morlani and Kazuha. Do I want either of them? Positively not. Alrighty. Ew, I don't even want that. Not that that matters because I'm not getting it. I just don't want to see the picture. I don't have any wishes there, do I? Nope.
Then move like that.
Alrighty.
Yep. Once.
No, Venti, I don't
there
want to
was a-
hear you. Okie dokie. Select a basic BP reward. Oh yeah, that's a thing. Absolutely not. Mora, who do you think you are? Not me, clearly. What are we currently on? 40 million Mora. Yep. Not needing a Mora. I am not hurting that in that department. I haven't been hurting that department for several years. Oh my word. A quest to kindle ancient flames. Do you hear that? Listen. Those are the thunderous horns of battle resounding through the mountain passes. Rally friends, old and new, for the nation of War and Pyro is calling. Your hour has come, so go and win the honor that is rightly yours. Already have, don't want, have is already C3, have disgustingly, have still trying to level, kind of gave up on that, need to work on that, have, don't have. I think the choice is pretty simple, my friends. It's going to be an invitation to the lovely Dia. The problem is, I don't have anything to level it with. But welcome to the party, Dia.
My name's
I
Dia.
will...
I'm the merc you hired.
You
So,
better believe
what you got for me?
you are.
A commission?
Except for the fact that I just got you for free, so technically I haven't paid you or hired you, but we'll get around those semantics. This is a nice picture, though. I quite like what they've done here. Traces of artistry. At the Children of Echo's tribal stage, a graffiti expert extends a grand invitation to you and Paimon to travel around Natlan in search of inspiration. Gotta get to Natlan first. Turbo Twirly!
Join the team?
What am I, 12? Test run. Probably should do that just to see how she functions. Ooh, hello. Spray Feather Gill. Why are we using the word gill? It's not a gill. Gill only has one meaning. A special feather-shaped species of plant that grows by the seaside. It looks kind of like a seagrass, but in truth is a kind of... Blah. I'm sorry. I had a late night. Brain, mouth don't function. But is in truth a soft-bodied aquatic coral with a unique shape. That's a coral? You're not wrong. It does look like a seagrass. And what's that? Sentry's wooden whistle. Yeah, that's not what I thought it was. The symbol of a Natlan tribal sentry. Warriors are not born as warriors. I bloody hope not. They must first acquire the skills of combat by learning under the tutelage of those who have already done so. This is the origin of the trainee position of sentry. Go. Let's go. Okay, Morlani, how do you function? Oh yeah, I forgot that you go out in the wild. Kind of not a fan of that. The idea's cool, but I'd rather just be in a set room and just do my stuff as per usual. If it ain't broke, why fix it? Morlani's elemental skill allows her to move swiftly on her surfboard until her night soul points are depleted. Wait, hold up. Oh, here we go. I was about to say, like, that's it. That's all it does. That can't be right. During this time, colliding with enemies... So you've actually got to, like, navigate. I'm not going to be good at that. Colliding with enemies grant Morlani, again, don't really know how to pronounce her name. It just looks like Morlani, and until I hear otherwise, that's what it's going to be. Stacks and marks them. The stacks she gains increase the damage of her Sharky's Bite. Oh, goody. Performed via normal attacks based on the number of stacks. After Sharky's Bite hits the target. So her elemental skill literally does no damage until she does normal attacks. Don't like that. After Sharky's Bite hits the target, she will launch missiles at marked enemies. What are you launching them with? Do you have a gun on you? While she doesn't have enough Night Soul points available, Morlani can expend phlogiston, still waiting for the pronunciation on that one, to maintain this state. Her elemental burst fires off a super shark missile, dealing AoE hydro damage. Good grief, why have you got to be so wordy? Didn't it normally just say additional elemental orbs will appear? Now it's like, to facilitate experiencing the character's elemental burst in Night Soul's blessing state, additional elemental orbs will appear in the trial stage, and more objects will provide phlogiston. That's really wordy.
Woo!
I can't do an assessment of your appearance if you're bouncing around like you're some sort of child's toy. Okay. Oh my sweet baby Jesus, what just happened to my frames? Is that part of your headband? Oh, for the love of Ollie, stop freaking moving. These here, is this part of her hair? Because it defies physics. But it's the same color as her hair, not her hair. I feel like that's her hair. I mean, it looks cute, but it would look cute if it was part of the headband. Not her hair. That's just weird. Her eyes are pretty. Not my favorite colors, but the eyes are pretty. I do... For the love of all, it's holy. Stand still. You do not need to do an idle animation every 2 fucking seconds, woman. I like the yellow in her hair. I like that, you know, they've used a different color than another blue, say. They've gone on the other side of the color palette and really made it stand out. And it looks quite striking. Fuck off. I don't really care for her appearance, her top. It just looks like she's wearing a bikini, which I don't really need in my characters, but it is what it is. I like the tattoos. Is that going to be a thing for her tribe, or do all the tribes have tattoos? And are the tattoos going to be different for each tribe? I have many questions now that I didn't have prior. I said backwards, actually. Thank you. Yeah, now I'm curious about tattoos, and I got to examine every single Natland character I come up against. I wouldn't say that I necessarily like the design of this ribbon bow thing, but I do like that she has it as an asymmetry on her skirt. So mixed feelings. So overall, great. In practice, it's not the best design. I do like her skirt, however. This is a really nice design. I really do like that. And again, I like that there's this bow on the back. Not necessarily my favorite design on the one I would have picked, but again, it suits the outfit and it goes with it. This is just revolting and I wish I didn't have that.
Going out.
I like her hair as a...
Just show up and I'll
I'm ignoring
handle the
this.
rest.
Just as a whole, because she has her hair up and a high ponytail. Her hair is quite short. She has a braid going across there to hide the band. And then she has her underhair... underneath here with the bow, and it goes down. I like that. Very unconventional and very unrealistic, but it actually looks really cool. I actually really like that. I don't like her shoes. Again, don't know what these flappy bits are about. And I'm not the biggest fan of her socks either. Something tells me I'm not going to be a fan of any of the clothing aesthetics in Natland. Oh, I forgot about her gloves.
You want to try? Well,
this glove is nice.
No time like the present.
This has shit on it,
I'll
so
help
no,
you find
I
the
don't like
closest
this glove.
beach.
But I like her bangles. Her bangles are lovely and it matches her colour palette. So overall, yeah, meh. Not enthusiastic. I just want to fight things. Why are you making me do non-fight things? Are you expecting me to have used my E for no reason whatsoever? I don't like this.
Check this out. Best of luck.
Absolutely not.
Let's ride.
Interesting. So I pressed it a few times and I just rammed into him a few times.
Oh. Off we go.
Yoink. Oh my god, there are so many enemies to defeat.
Need to surf fast.
Oh, it goes up. I see. Well, actually, we need a lot of these, so... we need 15. I do not like this new stage. I don't like having to do things other than just traverse... than just attack people. We're here to find out how the character works in combat, not how they work in the wild.
Check this
Let's
out.
just get this over and done with. I just don't like this. Let's just move on. We'll be here all day otherwise.
6308. Animal hypostasis emulation. Stand clear.
Okay, great. Moving on. Wait. Oh no, sorry, she's water. Never mind, it's okay.
Woohoo!
Good grief! What the heck? I swapped to her and she just started swimming.
Check
What?
this out.
Is it a thing she does? Or is that just like her intro? Oh, it's already dead. Rip. Sorry, honey. I don't have that on cooldown. Or off cooldown, rather. You're just going to have to swim like a normal person. Oh, no. She's going to die. Oh, well. I don't really care. To be honest, I'm not enjoying this at all. Yeah, I'm just emotionally done. I don't like this. I don't like this new stage. I do not like having to traverse the landscape and check out her exploration skills. I don't give two shits about her exploration skills. I'm here to learn how she works in combat. So that's a strong... Oh, I'm so sorry, Neelu. That's a strong dislike from me. I vehemently hate everything about that. Alrighty, off you go, dear.
Huh.
Nice work. What does she need? Oh no, not those again. I still have trauma from the first time I had to do those. Gross. Flowers Resplendent on the Sun-Scorched Sojourn is the new Archon quest. Obviously, we'll be looking at that. Where the Springs return. Since People of the Springs was first established, an ancient legend has circulated within the tribe. A mysterious island, situated in a rarely visited domain, promises astonishing wealth and unparalleled glory to those who reach it. Yet, however tempting it might sound, this bounty is far from easily attained. In all their history, only a handful have ever managed to reach this island, and it's said that even the top guides... I really hate that this is such a tiny box. Like, make this a full screen, or make this bigger, or move this somewhere else. It's so hard to read this. I say that even the top guides from the People of Springs are unable to guarantee passage through all the trials that must first be passed. But naturally, for someone whose adventures have already taken them across 5 nations, the opportunity to take up such a challenge is too good to simply pass up. Yet, before you can embark on this journey, it seems that there is a condition that must be met. Okay. Why are we advertising Moalani? I know that these are her level up materials, but you don't get her. That just seems like confusing advertising, but that's okay. Land of Vibrant Stone and Flaming Springs. We'll be going there in 2 seconds. Although, I hope I've got a quest to go there. I don't just go there because. Feather of Proclamation. In the mist-shrouded Valley of Firewood dwells a tyrant cursed by ancient bloodlines. Whose bloodlines exactly? Who can withstand its golden flames, and who will soothe its fiery wrath? I like your glowy eye, sir. It's very nice. And just going to power through all of that because care factor is very low. Oh my god, the game's shouting at me. Let me just go through this quickly. Oh boy. Okay, sorry, that was time consuming. We're here now. It's fine. Neelu, I might put you back. Sorry, completely irrelevant. I might put you back in your normal outfit because I've never actually played with you in your normal outfit. So, since we won't be in the special realm for the moment, ever again, let me just do that. Now, I just got a lot of primer gems from, you know, the new event and whatnot. So, let me just, obviously I'm not using them, but let's just do that. Actually, hold on. Is that time limit redone? No. 2 days! 2 more days. Not that it matters. We're not getting them anyway. Not using them, sorry. That's fine. We'll worry about that when we get the Raiden Shogun as a playable character.
Relaxing days like
So, Natlan, it does in fact give me the main quest, which is fantastic. We have that limited time quest that was in the events. Ignore. And then not part of a limited event. The Call of Mystical Martial Arts. In Mondstadt, an adventurer wants to seek out the legendary martial arts of Liyue, yet no sooner had they set foot on the road than they ran into mortal danger. That's great, but why are you appearing on my list now? Where even is the Wind Whale Highland? That's the Wind Whale. How do I know that? Ah, Yeah, I didn't even remember that was a thing. Okay, well that doesn't seem terribly important right this moment in time. I'll get there at some point, question mark. We've got a new land to get to. Natland! Exclamation point! A new adventure. You've made many unforgettable memories in Fontaine. Now, a new journey lies before you. First, time to say goodbye to your fine Fontanian friends. I haven't been in Fontaine in a very long time, so it feels a bit odd, but let's go to a maritime harbor. Actually, we should probably do a bit of this. Scroll out, scroll out, scroll out. Where are we going exactly? Down this way. Oh, it's so tiny. Right? Because that's all of what we've got for Sumeru. Yeah, it's small. Interesting. I hope we get this area, and I hope we get this area. I don't like the gaps in my map. It hurts my soul. Okay, so going to your maritime harbour isn't going to help you get to Natland, though, unless you're telling me all this is sea. And then there's a sea entrance down to whatever city we're going to, which I don't think is the case. One would assume you have to cross the desert to get there, no? Guess we're about to find out. Oh my gosh. My ping is fine compared to what it normally is. What on earth is happening to my frame rate when I turn? That's alright. I don't know what its problem is. Well, actually, no, it's not alright. It's jerking. Oh no, it's because of the wall. It's jerking at the last minute. Never mind. I probably could have just... I could have jumped down faster than this is taking. Never mind. We'll do it the quick way. Don't know why I didn't think of this to start off with. I'm a twit. Here I was just following the pretty yellow sparklies, and I could have just been going the fast way. Now, who are we going to be saying goodbye to exactly? We know a lot of people in this city. Who specifically are we chatting to? The siblings? Nobody, apparently.
Wow, time flies. Just like that, it's time for us to embark on the next phase of our journey.
Time flies, Paimon. We've been stuck in Fontaine for a very long time.
We need to head to Natland next.
I mean, need to is not the term I would use. Just, we should head to Natland next. You don't actually have a compelling reason to specifically go to Natland over Snezhnaya.
Neverland called it a nation of dragons.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Description doesn't give us much to go off of.
No, but it's really intriguing. Actually, my co-worker told me an interesting theory that was going around the internet about Natland. He said that the internet was saying that the reason why the traveler does not get the pyro element when you go to Natland is because the pyro dragon has already reclaimed their full power, which would mean that the Archon does not have Archon abilities, which is interesting. You know, she'd be like a Farina 2.0. Which I found a very interesting theory because it would make sense. Because if you remember, technically no one gets any Hydro elements anymore, except for the fact that Neuvillette still finds the grace within him to bestow new visions upon people. Or was it just that he bestowed it upon Farina? I don't remember which one. Either way, it was all down to his whim. So it wouldn't surprise me if the reason we can't get the Pyro element is because the Pyro Dragon already has their powers back and just isn't sharing it out anymore because they finally got their power back. Good for them. But if that were the case, then wouldn't we hear about it when we enter Natland? Wouldn't we hear the fact that no one's gotten any new Pyro visions in quite some time? Don't know, but I just found it a very interesting theory, and logically it does fit, so I'm intrigued. We haven't met anyone from Natland either. Yeah, I also found that really weird. You met Sumerans before you went to Sumeru. We met Fontanians in miscellaneous event quests and stuff before we went to Fontaine. We've never met anybody from Natland, which is strange. Do they never see a need to leave their home? Do they never travel, go to see the world?
Exactly. Even when Inazuma was completely closed off, we still managed to run into people from there in other nations.
Funnily enough, that's exactly where my brain was going. It's not like they're closed off from the outside, but like Inazuma was closed off to the outside and we still met Inazumans, so what's their deal?
Could it be that there are no humans in Natland?
That's a very strange leap in logic. And I'm pretty sure the Steambird would have had something to say about that before now.
Yes, yes. That look of surprise and excitement is
Speak of the
perfect.
Steambird.
Hold it right there. Now look at the camera and big smiles on 3. Ready?
Okay, just make sure you get Paimon's good side.
You don't have one, Paimon.
Wait, hang on a minute. What's with the photo shoot, Charlotte?
Well, I heard you two were about to leave for the next part of your journey. After everything you did for Fontaine, the Steambird simply had to follow up on a scoop like that.
But who would be interested in reading that? I wouldn't be interested in reading that. The heroes of Fontaine decide to leave their shores to head to Natlan. And I'd just be like, yay for them, question mark? Good for them for living their life? Are we supposed to get excited for them?
Oh, I have a feeling we're going to be short on material once you're gone.
Good grief. That's depressing and sad that your country is so boring. But at the same time, it's good because it means that there's no big prophecy of doom and gloom and drown. It's
so
good.
you knew we were leaving. We don't need a big send-off.
We don't
That's
even get
not
a
really
send-off,
our thing.
actually. Don't we normally just stroll away into the sunset? Yes, sunset, because we usually go west.
Yeah, that's definitely
Why do
not
we
your
always
style,
go west?
but
Sometimes
we
it
got
won't
to
be west, though.
thinking.
It'll be north.
And, well, a little change never hurt anyone, right?
I don't know. My stubborn personality may say otherwise.
We?
All those obstacles we overcame side by side. Feels like it was just yesterday. Don't be a stranger now, partner.
I mean, I make no promises. I'm going to a new land.
If you encounter any troubles along your
Clind!
journey, you need only let us know, no matter the distance between us.
Thanks, client.
Partings are inevitable, of course. But distance makes the heart grow fonder, right?
So they say.
One thing will never change, though. We'll always have the memories we made together during this time.
She's such a sweetheart.
Whoa, you're all here!
I mean, there's only 3 of them. If Neverlet were here, I'd be more surprised. Ooh, if Rivesley were here, I'd be ecstatic. Then the drinking trio would be present. The tea drinking trio. A trio. God, I can't articulate the trio. I'm sure we'll meet again. Let me know the next time a festival rolls around, because that's the only time I seem to visit previous countries.
Already thinking about taking time off? Any excuse for a party, huh?
I'm not you, Farina.
But yes, you can count on us. We wouldn't let you miss out on all the fun.
Well, in light of your impending departure, shall we take a photo together?
Sure. Don't know what I'm going to do with it, but sure.
Ooh, great idea. We even have a professional photographer with us. Charlotte, would you do us the honor?
Leave it to me. Just give me a moment to set the camera up.
Can I point out we have a certain colour palette going on with those who are about to be in the photo? Because if Charlotte's not in the photo, well, she might be. She might put it on a tripod.
By the way,
It's very blue
you're
over here.
overthinking the whole Natlan issue, Paimon.
Right?
Natlan has human inhabitants and its own unique culture, just like Fontaine. It's just that, because of their local customs, the native people choose not to leave.
What do the local customs have to do with not leaving? I hope that goes into depth, because on the surface it doesn't make too much sense.
They're not unwelcoming to outsiders, though. People travel there for business and leisure alike, and usually return with nothing but good things to say.
Many members of the Spina have visited in the past, too.
Well, that's a relief. Hopefully we don't get swept up in any major drama this time.
You must be joking. We're literally a trouble magnet. Hope you didn't just jinx us.
Well, given your experience and skill in that regard, I have no doubt you'll be able to overcome anything that comes your way.
Thank you, client.
Still, I hope you can avoid danger this time around. An uneventful trip might be a nice change of pace.
I mean, yes, but not for the game. If it were everyday life in this particular circumstance, when your life has been in danger for like lots of countries or nations thus far, it'd be nice to have a nice little peaceful visit to another country. However, for gameplay wise, that would be incredibly boring.
All right, I'm ready. Shall we?
Okay, so Charlotte, oh no, Charlotte isn't in the pic. Yes, she is.
Well then, traveler.
Why are we all female? Where are the male characters?
Bon voyage!
Go to Natlan. Oh, you're not even going to put me on a ship? I was so curious about where the ship was going because it doesn't make sense. Never mind. I have to... How... How do I get there? Am I expected to just fast travel? I think I have to because that's a wall of rock. I can't get past that.
Wow! So this is Natlan!
I feel like I'm in a prehistoric adventure the minute I've only just stepped in. Oh, okay. It does look like traversal is going to be frustrating,
So
to
many
put it nicely.
strange mountains, and so many animals Paimon has never seen before!
You haven't seen an alpaca before? Or are they llamas? Jesus, I can't tell the difference. I know there's a difference. I think they're alpacas. But the plant's pretty.
Doesn't look like there are any cities around here, though. Where should we start?
Yeah, that's... I forgot about that. That's one of the reasons Genshin world building displeases me to an extent. The fact that there are just barely any cities, barely any villages, barely any towns. There's no, like, people infrastructure. And now we're coming to a nation where there is literally no cities. It saddens me. My world building inner self wants to see these beautiful spectacles, and the game fails to live up to that. Let's try heading this way. I see signs of human habitation.
Good idea! Finding people means we can learn information about the local Archon. And once we've met the Archon, we should have a better idea of what to expect during our journey.
I have to say, it's kind of strange to go to, like, I know Genshin has set this up, where the traveler was like, I need to find out about my brother. I must seek the leader of this country to speak to me and tell me what they know. But realistically, going to a new nation and going, yeah, let's go monopolize the time of the local god. That's something that's going to be the first thing I do when I go to this place. Like, it's strange and very silly when you think about it logically. I'm sure the Archon has a lot of better things to do with their time than speak to a random newbie to their nation. If experience is anything to go by, that should be the case. I mean, yes, but it really shouldn't be. Archons have the deepest connection to their respective nations. They do, which is why you shouldn't be harassing them.
Well, Paimon hopes this one is easy to get along with. As long as we don't get on their bad side, we should be fine. Come on, let's keep following the road.
But the road goes down. I'll never get up. Flowers are splendid on the sun-scorched sojourn. Okay, I was going to turn around and go back the way I came, but then it occurs to me that until I get that, I can't even see on the map what that looks like anyway. You know? Phlogiston. Still have no pronunciation for that. This special high-temperature thermal energy can be found through Natlan in all shapes and sizes. There are many ways to obtain phlogiston, and some devices can only be triggered and activated via the injection of phlogiston.
Take a deep breath, as if you're about to blow up a huge balloon. Exhale all your sleepiness into it, and then, poof! It's now flying away.
Why do I feel like my stamina is disappearing way too quickly? Okay, so it's probably just going to be the most boring pass known to mankind, but I'm going this way anyway. Oh, that is bright. My eyeballs. Go deeper into Natlan. Well, I'm going the exact opposite direction, and I feel no shame in it. I mean, I feel a bit boring about it because there's literally nothing here. Oh, hello. But interesting. This blue. It's like grass. Grass? Yeah, I think it's grass. Looks really cool. Like, it seems super out of place amongst the color palette, but at the same time, it actually looks really cool, breaking up the green. Okay, so this leads us to water. And then straight into... Oh, maybe I could have traversed this now. I mean, that does not look traversable, but I don't... Oh, unless this is a cliff I can't go past. Entirely possible. Well, what's up here? Probably not a goddamn thing. I'm assuming this is all just wasted space. You know, it'd be even cooler if you actually had something out here and you reward people who actually take the time to make the journey. That would be amazing. However, no one ever thinks like I do. No one has my brain. So I doubt it. Yet that looks like you could just go straight from the desert across. Oh, okay, you can't. There's this big red line. Never mind. And that just leads down to the water. Is there going to be a wave rider down here? See, that'd be a point of interest. No, no wave rider. Except now I'm kind of committed. Can you get through here to Nutland? Oh, in reverse, Samari.
Strike a pose!
Just in case. You never know. This water could get deep. Could also lose my stamina. Sure, you can get up there. Right?
Yoo-hoo!
Why does stamina exist? It's appalling. Yeah. I could understand if it was just stamina in combat, but stamina for traversal's sake is just silly. I actually don't think you can. Oh wait, I'm supposed you can climb the cliff, right? You could just climb it. Because we do climb cliffs. That is a thing we do. I know this is completely irrelevant to anything in life, but I'm just curious. I'm a very curious person, alright? I have questions, and when I have questions, I need answers. So, I will obtain my answer one way or another. And if I have to find it myself, so be it. But in saying that though, I mean, just say you can make this, and you can go this way to get into Natlan and from Samari, into Samari from Natlan. What's the trade route? Is there a trade route between Samaria and Natlan? I mean, how do people visit Natlan? How did we get there? Because there's no road, you know? And I get that we're adventurers and we don't necessarily have to take roads. We can just go wherever. But the average person needs to take a road. So how does the average person get through here? That's the question I want answered. And I don't think we're going to get it answered. I miss woo-wah. I miss woo-wah. Okay. So, after all is said and done, you can indeed... Well, hold on. Let's see if you can climb this cliff. You can climb that cliff. Oh, I forgot the way the wind moves the sand. I don't even remember that being a thing. I mean... Yeah, you should have enough stamina to climb that. Assuming it's not too vertical and that you can't... Yeah, you can climb that. Okay, but that doesn't answer how the layman gets here. Because if you look at the path... That's as far as we can scroll that. Say from Mondstadt to Liyue, you actually have, like, literal paths that go down. If you're going from Liyue to Samaria again, you do have paths. I mean, you kind of just skirt the chasm. It's kind of really super awkward. Actually, that's a good point. You don't have a path. I forgot about that. Because we went into the chasm and then we somehow came this way? Because we went to the Avidia Forest first. There must be a path around the chasm. There has to be. And then to get into this part of Samari, you know, roads. It all has roads. Fontaine, you just take a boat. That's pretty straightforward, quite frankly. But there's no way to get to Natland. There's no route. There's no body of water that I can see at this point in time. There could be one. And there's a really large wall of rock here. So how exactly do people get there?
Sunny days are so warm and cozy.
I don't have my answer.
They make me sleepy.
These remind me of the Elden Ring DLC. Actually, it's not even the DLC. It was just the base game, wasn't it? Yeah, the base game. They had these things near the city, near Lindell. Like were they banners? Big, massive, ethereal banners. Oh. Was I supposed to do that? What have I done? What is this place? And why are there so many rift towns? Be careful, Lunara. Okay. Well, that rift town's dead skis. Oh, good grief. What is happening right now?
Flee!
All eyes on me.
What did I just walk into? I just wanted to look at the ethereal thingies. Hey, big guy, you okay? Can you stand? If I did damage to you, I apologize profusely. Oh no, it looks really weak. Ugh, seriously. Those floaty, ghostly dogs are always up to no good. In fact, make that all things floaty. You're fairly floaty as floaty things go, Paimon. I was nothing like those guys. Yeah, they do bleed damage and you don't. Anyway, forget that for now. Let's see if we can get this guy something to eat and then we'll let it rest for now. You know, Paimon, you have a propensity to feed the local wildlife, and I'm going to be honest, it's not my first instinct. It'll be feeling better soon. Paimon's sure of it. I guess we need to do this for traversal's sake at the beginning of the game. It's too late. It's been holding out for far too long. No. Heavy breathing. Big guy, question mark. Oh no, it must be in so much pain, Luna. He's probably just having a nap and they're over-dramatizing the situation. We've defeated your foes. You can rest now, big guy. Big guy, you did good. Is there something else that's on your mind? Oh, your little cub. Is there something you'd like to tell me? Stretch out your hand, chosen of dragons. Reach out to me. Join strengths and then witness all, and thus liberate all. Bear witness is essentially what it's telling me. What's going on, Lunara? This is no time to zone out. Interesting. So who's speaking to the traveler and why isn't this voiced? That seems pretty freaking important. Is it the Archon Nahida style or is it the Pyro Dragon? And why am I chosen of dragons? But it does mention witnessing, and as we've said, the traveler witnesses things. It's nothing, just a bit of a daze. Is that your desire, or reach out to the dying beast? So instead of getting Pyro, we get a Pokemon. What are you doing? I would prefer the Pyro. Lunara, you... Why is the big guy so energetic all of a sudden? Wait, is that you, Lunara? You're inside its body? Ugh, it's better not be some kind of strange dream. So how about we just rescue that little guy first? Yeah, that's kind of creepy that I'm part of its body. Kind of creepy. Shatter the rock and rescue the whelp. This button? The magic looks pretty. But you don't have Pyro, so how did you have the ability to do that? What magic did you use to activate the pillar? Oh, aren't you just the cutest? Are you alright there, little guy? Little guy, question mark. Rawr. What's wrong? You don't look so good. Is it your tail? Did you injure it when you fell from that barrier? Look, bro, I understand completely. My tailbone is screwed to hell on back. It literally curves differently to how it should because I damaged it. Rawr. If only we could bandage it. Hey, Paimon, can we rip off your little shawl thingy and use it as a bandage? Actually, never mind. I've got my own I can use. Although it's more entertaining to take yours. Hee. It's Paimon's time to shine. Why? Are you known for your medical knowledge? Your medical know-how? I don't think you are. Your backpack's so full, I don't have one, that even when it's an emergency, it still takes all day to find anything. Let's use a scarf from Paimon's emergency backpack instead, or we could just use the one around your neck. But I'm so amused by the fact that we still kind of followed the same train of thought. I have no clue where that backpack of yours is even supposed to be. Somewhere secret, somewhere safe, of course. Don't quote the Lord of the Rings. I mean, it's not a direct quote, but same concept. Anyway, do you want to use the scarf or not? We'll use it. Thank you kindly, Paimon. I mean, you also could have just used a local flora, not gonna lie. Alright, little guy, don't move. Hee. Our little guy is sure well behaved, Lunara. You're not showing me his tail, though. Oh, there it is. Wait, you have that colour scarf? Why? It doesn't go with your colour aesthetic. That should do the trick. Alright, feel better now? Roar. I still don't see why this isn't voiced. This is really strange. It seems like this is an important quest. Hee. Looks way better now. That's a relief. Still, how did you end up in that barrier? And those rift towns? So you don't know either, huh? Now, we don't really know what you're saying, but now that we've rescued you, you can go home. But this is its home, Paimon. Wait, do you not know where your home is? What about relatives then? Oh wait, that big guy from earlier. What do we do, Lunara? We can't just leave it here all by itself, right? Roll? It might be better if you stay with us for a while. Yeah, that makes sense. It really doesn't. Maybe we'll find this little guy's family when we reach Natlan. We've never seen anything like it. How do you expect to find a random wildlife's family? Just because you see creature A, or creature type A, doesn't mean that if you find other creature type A's, they're the same family. That just means they're the same species, Paimon. You've no physical way of knowing where its family is. Chosen of dragons. Could that mean? Huh, you mean you heard something like that? Now that Paimon thinks about it, Natlan is the nation of dragons. So does that mean that... Wait, they call little guys like this saurians around here, right? Raooo! Come to think of it, Paimon does see some resemblance to fish apps. Yeah, I was thinking of the same thing. You know, 2 legs, 1 tail, and all, I mean, there's more than that. The general overall shape is like a tiny fish app. Rar. We're happy to have it travel with us. But we should ask our friend here if that's what it wants to do first. Consent is important, Paimon. True. Hey there, little guy. Would you like to travel with us? I don't know that little guy understands the common tongue. Rar. Hee. Looks like we're all agreed that... I mean, I don't know that it can truly consent when it doesn't really understand what you're asking of it. Anyway, Paimon's Paimon and she's Lunara. Rar. Oh, yeah, you need a name too. Let Paimon think, oh god, Paimon, someone doing the naming is canon. Well, right, since you're yellow and brown all over, let's call you Hash Brown. I swear to fucking god, if that's the name you go with, I'm gonna punch something. Oh, thank god for that. I suspect that would only go down well at Good Hunter. You mean people wouldn't like it anywhere else? Names are regional, Paimon. Ooh. Would you like Lunara to give you a name then? Well, not that Paimon can vouch for her naming sense, so it's gotta be better than yours. All the names I've come up with so far have been perfectly normal, I'll have you know. Poor little thing, to suffer such a calamitous fate. So what should we call this little guy? Oh, you meant literally? I thought you just meant you give me a handful of options and I get to pick the best one. I actually have to kill it. Call it something? Rules and disclaimers for name modification. Name change rules. You can obtain the item Reaffirmed Accord of Appellation from Lost in the Woods, which will allow you to change little one's name. Please take note that some names cannot be utilized in this change. Once you've renamed this character, some interfaces in the game going forward will display the name that you have chosen. There is a limit on the... See, this seems like it was grossly important to Natlan, and we really should have had this as a voiced quest. There is a limit on the number of times you can rename this character, so do so with care. Disclaimer. Travelers, please ensure that you follow our terms of service while using this function. To create a healthy gaming environment, please read and confirm that you will not instigate or take part in 1. The creation of content that discriminates against any race, gender, religion, sexual orientation, ethnicity, government, or religion. Oh, it says region. Religion would have made... Oh, religion's already there. Region. Fair. 2. The bullying or insulting of any travelers or groups of travelers. 3. Any other content or behavior that violates the terms of service. We may have to restrict your use of the game's services if you do not follow these rules. This may include suspension, restriction, a name reset, forced disconnection, login suspension, or account forfeiture. At the same time, you're welcome to use the report function to send feedback to us should you encounter the aforementioned situations. We are going to call the little one, Tell me you didn't see that coming. Seriously? You're joking. Oh, wow, really? That's really lame. Well, I don't want it as one word. That's going to look really stupid. Now I have to actually think of a name, and that kind of displeases me. So I went online and looked at what other people had named their little one. There are some interesting names. My personal favorite was Genghis Khan. And we name every single one we come across after a Pokemon it closely resembles. I love that. I'm kind of tempted, not gonna lie. But I saw someone else's name and I actually thought it was perfect. Geoba. It's a Geoguoba. I quite like that. Although the naming of Pokemon, since it just seems like Pokemon, it's brilliant. We're going to go with Geoba though. And a lot of other people just called it little one as one word. And let's call this little fella Geoba, shall we? Let's see how long it takes for me to get annoyed at that name. Let's go with that. I still want to call it Genghis Khan, man. All right, he. Geoba. That'll be your name from now on, little guy. Geoba. Rar. Looks like our little friend loves this name. Again, I don't think he understands the common tongue. Well, with any luck, we'll solve that mystery that surrounds you while we're in Natlan. Ah, and maybe we'll get some clues as to why Lunara was able to suddenly enter that Saurian's body. Yet super creepy. Hey, dead creature on the floor, let me just jump into your skin and reanimate your body. Feels kind of necromancery if you ask me. Oh yeah, are you okay by the way, Lunara? You suddenly turned into a Saurian back there. Are you feeling uncomfortable anyway? Are you feeling uncomfortable anyway? Shouldn't it be, are you feeling comfortable in any space way? Oh, just a little Saurian sick. What's it even supposed to mean? This isn't the time for jokes. It's always a time for jokes, Paimon. Except, when Archons are dying. Still, Lunara, Paimon's never heard of anyone in Natlan who can turn into a Saurian. This is kind of weird. Paimon, you're also ignoring the fact that you know nothing about Natlan, and you don't know anything about people turning into Saurians. Not because you haven't heard of it, because it doesn't exist, but just because you know nothing about this place. Travel guide my ass. Seriously, we only just got here, and it feels like so much has already happened. What do you mean? We literally stepped foot in this place, and then we found this. Nothing has happened. Anyway, how do we get out of here? We go touch the shiny again, I dare say. Rawr. Wait, is that scarf going to be around his tail the entire time? You know where the exit is? Yeah, the same way we got in. Funny that. Hey, don't you just go running off like that? Oh, he's a bit slow. Obtaining phlogiston. Touching phlogiston. Destroying or collecting objects that are contained will create phlogiston particles, which can be absorbed to restore your phlogiston. I'm going to say it like that continuously because I don't know how to pronounce it, and it seems like a stupid word. In addition, there seem to be objects that can continuously replenish phlogiston levels. Saurian indwelling. Through the guidance of a mysterious power, you can now indwell your spirit into Natlan's Saurians! ! Different Saurians have different skills and special traits. Use their powers to get around Natlan and explore it. When you are in an indwelt state, you will prioritize using up the Saurian's phlogiston before using up your own reserves. Natlan Saurians are unique life forms that can enter a spirit-sconce state under specific circumstances. Indwell your spirit onto spirit sconces to activate their power, transforming into and controlling the Saurian's original form. I swear that not a single word of that was English. Oh, I missed that one. Tepetlosauri. Plural, I assume. After a Tepetlosaurus drills into the ground, it can consume phlogiston to move in all directions, even digging up cliffs. Jumping while in this underground drilling state will trigger a short, high-speed leap forward. Tepetlosaurus can climb solid phlogiston that cannot be climbed through ordinary means. Are you telling me this whole thing is phlogiston? Its sharp claws can also be used to slice through obstacles with ease. Alrighty. We'll see how we go. Good God, did you see his tail? Rawr, rawr. Yeah, it's about what I expected. Leave. We're back here. Strange, the shining pillars from before are gone. They are too. I like the shining pillars. Pamela said that there's a place called the Stadium of the Sacred Flame. It's the major hub in that land.
Like
Maybe someone there might know what's happened to Juba. Let's head there if we get the chance, shall we? I would like to change the order of these two. Let me just throw whoever on. Whatever.
Chivalry will never
Put
die.
Farina here. So I have my healing first. I forgot that I got you a new outfit. Nita. That way my healing's up in case Nahida takes a blow before I can change her to Candace or Nilu. Since I'm using her for healing and not for damage. If I'm using her for damage, actually it doesn't even matter if I use it that way.